Welcome members on this channel. Today we want us to look at the setup of a domestic water supply in rural areas. Here is a domestic water supply of which this supply was set up in rural areas where there was no electricity before. And in this setup, we reviewed that the domestic water supply here was set up of which to generate water from underground was to use solar panels which provide solar energy, and then it is converted so that it can generate or pump the water into the tanks. As per now, just as you see, I'm here in this village. We can try to look at the lines of solar panels that are set up here, of which these ones are enough. They were calculated and are strong enough to generate to get the electricity, or to give up the electricity needed in watts, so that it can generate the water into the tanks, and then it is distributed to the local community. And when we try to look at just inside this wire mesh, we find out that there are a setup of solar panels in the lines, of which we can count as there are like 1, 2, and 3, and then there are some buildings there, of which the buildings is where we enclosed the center, or the generating center, and all the connection centers are inside the buildings. So with this, the water is generated inside, and then it is pumped into this pipe here, of which this pipe comes from the other buildings, and then after here there is a switch that helps to push, or to increase the pushing into the tanks. Here, just as you see, there is this machine here, this pipe here. It's in the form of a borehole here. If you try to view, this is like a borehole inside. It helps us to generate or to push the water from the headquarter there inside, and then through this one, and then to the tanks. It was well set up, only that it cost some good money, only that it is done once. In this place, when we are setting up, we try to protect the area from lightning or thunder damages. That's why there is a lightning conductor there, of which it protects us from any harm of lightning to our solar panels here, cause all the things or the equipments are meant to be working 24/7. So for this, the area has to be well protected, and then everything moves on well, and then the population would not starve with electricity, with either electricity, for those who use electricity, this one that was supplied, and then the supply of water, because we know water is life, only that life is not water. I try to zoom here. When you try to get up the view, it's like there are some buildings here. Those are the solar panels that give us the power that is used to run the motors to generate into the water tanks. just as we cross to the other side, as I move on, we shall see the tanks, in that there is a quite a distance, of which this distance is where we shall move and then see the tanks where this supply of this pump will go. So just as we cross, as we move upwards here, we shall see, or we shall review, that the domestic water supply tank was lifted up so that it can gain more pressure to push the water into the local community through to their taps, and then the water is supplied. I try on to move here as we move upwards. As I move on this field, let me show you how we can set up clearly or raise up the tank so that we can get more pressure to push the water into the taps to a long distance. Yeah, if we want to get a long way movement of water or long way supply of water, you have to do everything that is needful, and then the supply tanks have to be raised at a high distance so that in every corner all the community will be getting what is required as water. Because in our daily routines or our daily work, everyone, every child, every man, every woman, and every elder, and even the things that we use, like machines, I think most of them require water. So if they do require water, so it is necessary so that we can use water. We can get water supplies in our local communities. So just as you see, as I try to enlarge here, we shall see that there is a tank here. So from the other distance that we've been moving, I was moving towards this one so that we can see how it was raised on top so that it can supply a lot of water in the community. With this, I believe everything is moving on well, and all the entire community is happy and excited of the supplies. So there is no water shortage here, even though the area is is a bit semi-desert. But I know over this everything is people enjoying, and people are getting water. People are doing their work. They are getting what to take to drink, and it's clean water, other than getting some stagnant or dirty water. So with this, I would say thank you, members. Have a nice time. We'll meet the next time. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and like so that we can get more updates. I'm bringing more and more. Thank you. Bye bye.